My heart skips skipping the beat. You're not close enough, so that space between you and me, let's lose it. The way you're dancing, swaying to the music, girl, that body and how you move it. Every time you cross my mind, girl, I lose it.
Alexa, play the Country Heat playlist.
Okay.
I don't think you know what you're doing to me. You got
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
You are live at the Literary Lounge with your host, Destinee D, bringing you the newest and the brightest of the literary world right to your ear hole. Every Saturday from 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tune in, listen up, and learn something. This is the spot for new hot authors who are given the opportunity to shine. Each Saturday from 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will showcase a new author here at the Literary Lounge. We are taking out the time to give all of our literary friends an opportunity to showcase their work. The New Author Spotlight is a platform that allows us to ask up to 10 questions or more to give you, the audience, the most in-depth current information about each writer in their literary piece. We will have a new guest every week. Stay tuned. Hey, it's your girl, Destinee D, live on WTLR radio, and you are tuned in to the Literary Lounge. And today, we are talking to a young man by the name of Frank Zeigler in reference to his new book, Twurk and Thang, The Inseparables. And we have him on the air today to talk a little bit about himself, a little bit about his new book, and we're going to give him an opportunity to reach the masses with some of his information. So if you guys are willing to listen in, we insist that you do, so that you can get to know Frank on a personal level. If you want to ask questions during this call, we ask that you dial 646-787-8181. and then press the number 1 key. It lets us know that you have a question that you'd like to ask. So without further ado, I introduce to you Brother Frank Zeigler. Hello, Frank. Are you there?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I'm
Hey.
here.
All right. So episode 23 is away and kicking. So we'd like to thank you for taking out the time to be on our show today. I'd like to give you an opportunity to introduce yourself to the radio listeners, so let them know exactly who Frank Zeigler is.
Okay. Such an honor to be here. Well, Frank Zeigler, as you know my name, up-and-coming aspiring author. First book, Twurk and Thang, The Inseparables, and, my up-and-new-coming books, Twurk and Thang, The Inseparables Part 2, as well as Part 3, is in the progress. And I do look forward to, bringing some more entertainment and jewels as me being a new up-and-coming author and a trendsetter as I'm looking forward to be. Well, a little more about myself, I grew up in a little small town, nothing too big, Harleyville, South Carolina. Mom and Dad, we did the best raising us up and stuff like that. You know how that goes. I'm currently resigned in Turbeville Correctional Institution. And I also would like to thank you, Miss Destinee D, for having me here, this opportunity to reach out to the people and to give them a better understanding of who I am. And also, we're dealing with myself. I'm only here to reach out to the people to get them a better understanding towards life views, towards that, they don't have to look at the negativity or the crime life, like with the Literary Lounge right here. This is a great opportunity for people to reach out, tap into their inner self. You don't have to go out there and commit all these crimes, as I was saying before. You can actually do something positive with your life. You can write a book. You can do some music, do some poetry, do something that's going to not only be for self-gratitude. You can reach out to others. You can be an inspiration to someone else. As well as me being an up-and-coming inspired author, that's something that I'm looking forward to do. And as well as with my little movement, I'm striving to get up and running, invite to enlighten. And I will do furthermore, speak upon that later. And I don't really want to put too much out there about it right now because it's still, like I say, it's in the process. But it's really to reach out to people, bring people together, give them an understanding, like you say, invite to enlightenment. That's a little bit about myself.
All right. Well, first and foremost, I'd like to accept your gratitude. But like I say on every show, this show's nothing without you first. And that's the actual goal, is to put the writer first. So it's all about you guys. It's never about us. So how long have you actually been writing?
I have been writing now, I would say roughly around about 5 years now.
Okay. And with this book Twurk thing, how long did it take you to write it?
Actually took me around about, I would say, it was kind of rough. So I would say it took me about a good, I would say 6 months. It took me about 6 months.
Oh, okay. Well, that's average. Yeah. So, anything else that you'd like to tell us about your background? I know. Currently, you're one of our main writers from the inmate outreach program that Transparency Library has going on, and we've worked with sister companies that allowed us to get your book out there. So, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, I can. With Twurk Thang, basically, is really inspired by me and my brother Marcus. Going through a lot in life and realizing that things that we done been through, why not try to help give back to others and show them a better way? Due to the fact that, I am still incarcerated, which my brother Marcus, he was incarcerated too, which he got out. And he's paralyzed right now. So me taking the opportunity of writing gives an opportunity to share these similar real life stories and help open up people's eyes. You feel me? Towards like, okay, I'm gonna use this for example. You got people that's out there, they're creating these images about themselves, gangs or thugs or whatever they want to put their mindset in. So therefore, okay, you reading all these urban novels. I understand that. I used to read them myself. I still do read them, and I know that how they can really influence your mindset. So why not come with a method like this? I'm gonna give you some entertainment, whether I'm gonna give you some jewels. I'm gonna show you the ins and outs and the goods and bads and all that good stuff like that. But at the same time, I want you to take an eye opener to really find yourself and see where you at in life, and you may find a great person within that. So therefore, dealing with Twurk Thang, it takes you on a ride, and it gives you real life experiences, and it also gives you some jewels to wear as you can pick yourself up and be somebody and not fall under the stigmatism that they try to stereotype our people out to be. And our people is not just black people or white people or whatever race of people you want to be. It's the whole overall of a collective of people. So basically, that's No,
go ahead, babe. Go ahead.
Okay, so basically, that's the journey twerking thing is basically on. You know, I'm giving you the yin and the yang. You got the good and you got the bad side of two twins. One is just wild. One, he's a mastermind. And basically, twerk is the one that keeps the balance. Thing is the one that's always bringing the destruction. But in the overall of it, it's going to bring a perfect harmony to open up eyes, as I was saying, for the younger youth.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Is your brother really in?
Say that again now?
Is your brother the one that you mentioned? Is he your twin?
Well, to be honestly, I don't like to lie to people. He's not actually a twin. We're just like so much look alike, and I just use it as twins.
Okay. So you said that he released and he's paralyzed. Can you tell me what happened?
Yes, he had a terrible accident. You know, with him and some of my people that was riding one night, and it was kind of under the influence of alcohol. But due to the fact that my brother not the one who indulged in it, he actually, take the wheel, and a relative said, "No, I'm gonna take it." Being cocky, being boisterous, however that goes about, and just so happened, boom! Next thing you know, it's an accident, and the way the vehicle was turning, every time that it flipped and came down, it came down on my brother's side like 9 times, and they were like label him really to be blessed to still be alive.
Yeah, because I had a similar situation that happened to a cousin of mine. They were they pretty much endured the same thing, but they were in like a flatbed truck, like a pickup truck. I don't know most people that don't how people get around in the country, but if somebody got a truck, a lot of times a whole lot of people jump in the back of it and they riding in it. There's no restraints or anything, in the back part of the truck. So if anything happens, they flip, they fly. And that's pretty much happened to my cousin and a couple of his friends. They were riding in a flatbed truck and it got wrecked, and some made it, some didn't. So yeah, that's actually a blessing that he did make it. How old are you guys? Like, what's your age?
Okay. I want to pardon myself too for kind of interrupting you just now when you were speaking to.
No, you fine. Go ahead.
Okay. Me personally, today is my birthday. Scorpio gang, Scorpio. Yes.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. That means so much to me too. Thank you. Okay. I am myself turned 35 today. 35. Yes. Blessed. Beautiful 35. My brother Marcus. He will be turning. Let me get this right. He'll be turning 32 December the 9th.
Okay. So he's the baby. Okay.
Well, it's a lot of us.
Oh wow! So you have more brothers and sisters?
I have plenty more.
Oh wow! Okay, so how many brothers and sisters do you have? Do you know? Like, do you have a number?
Yeah. Altogether it's like 11.
Good. Great job.
Yeah, we have 9 boys. One unfortunately has passed away. That was like one of the youngest. And we have 2 sisters, 2 beautiful sisters.
Oh wow. Okay. So that's a lot of children. Whew.
Yeah.
I couldn't pull off them many. I stopped at 2. I had one of each, and I stopped.
Okay, that's
They
a
require
blessing.
time and a lot of money.
I know that's right.
Yeah. So if you ain't got either one of those, you can't handle a whole bunch of kids.
I can imagine
Okay.
for her.
Tell me a little bit about your mom and dad. Give me a little bit of background about your mom and dad.
Okay, my mom. Let me look at my mom. Well, how would I describe my mom? She's I can't say she's a feisty woman. And yeah, she's feisty. She ain't that big, but boy, I tell you, she got the heart of a lion.
Mhm.
Okay, my mom, like I say, well, she started young. She had me when she was 15 years old.
Okay.
My dad, he's a very good individual. I mean, he basically taught us what it takes to being a man, and is showing us how to run a household, and at the same time hold down a family. And my mom, she basically was the one that basically took care of the house while Dad worked and stuff like that. And it made sure we had things that we needed, and some of the things that we wanted, we had that too. So I can't say that we went without, or we were like, poor kids, because we came up with poverty states though, but we wasn't poor. And I really highly commend my mom and my dad for the way that they raised us up.
Right. Now let me ask you this, because normally when they say, that somebody got in trouble and they end up in the situation that they're in, is due to a lack of a family foundation, is due to a lack of a father being present, is due, to the fact that this child was brought up and reared in a time where they didn't have both parents and they was pretty much seeking family elsewhere. So what exactly happened that landed you where you are right now?
That's a very nice question, very intriguing question right there. I like to be honest mostly possible. Well, basically, I cannot blame mom or dad for nothing, because regardless of life, they taught us the better way. They showed us the better way. And due to the fact of with myself, I was one of those person that what you would call very talented, and I had a lot going on to whereas I was supposed to be places like somebody football field, or somebody basketball court, or somebody art school. Someone that's supposed to be doing something very inspirational, motivational for other young youths, right? And I got exposed to the street life, and wow, when I tell you, it was like it's something that I really cannot explain. It is that it took a hold of me, and I loved it. I loved it so much that I let go of what I was supposed to do, and I took a full-time career into the street life. And my journey through the street life, I would say it would be different than a lot of others, because I wasn't on a journey to hurt people or bring people down. I was just more on the journey of the finding out more of why people would be in this life. And actually, I helped a lot of people out through this life, as well as I hurt a lot of people out through this life. Well, due to the fact of when I got incarcerated, of a little small, minor mistake that I made in my lifetime, I also called someone that looked up to me, well as my brother, to take a fall as well. And not to get too much further in debt into that, though, my incarceration, wow. Now this is where it gets beautiful at. My incarceration, it helped me find myself. Helped me find a beautiful, great person. And the person that I am now today, I really can't say that I regret doing this time or being incarcerated, because they have shown me so much, and I have met a lot of great, beautiful people, and as well as I have found some talent within myself that is basically is irreplaceable. So, no, I don't blame the mom and dad. The mom and dad is beautiful. It comes with the person, the self. So, someone who wants, No,
I was just gonna say it takes a big person with a big heart to accept that, you know, it was them. It wasn't the product of the environment. It wasn't someone else's fault. You understand? So it takes a bigger person to accept that it was their doing. You know, a lot of times most people want to say, well, you know, I did it because of this, or this person influenced me, or I listened to this person and they led me astray. When you take ownership to what you've done, you don't pass pup. You end up, you know, rationalizing what you did. You accept your faults. You accept whatever consequence, and you try to make the best of it. So I do applaud you for that. I just wish that, you know, things were different, you know, to where you didn't have to go through the unnecessary stuff and the incarceration part, because, you know, eventually some of what mom and dad instilled in you would have kicked in, you know, and you would have heard mama's voice, or you would have heard your conscience kind of pulling you in a safer direction. So, you know, it's like I said, it takes a big person to accept and to acknowledge that it was them. It was no fault of anybody else. It was their own. So that's what they say. Step one to recovery is to accept what you have done and take ownership. That's why when most times people go to AA meetings, what's the first thing they say? I'm Bob, and I'm an alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you take ownership, and then you deal with that, and then you work on it. I applaud you for that. So let me ask you one more question about your incarceration. How long have you been inside, and what's your duration? Like, how much time do you have left, or is it a possibility for people or anything like that? Can you tell me that?
Yes. And I thank you too for your compliments. My incarceration, like I said, I was I didn't mention it before, but I was given a 30-year sentence, 85%, to whereas you would do at least 25 and a half years off of that, right? And me being incarcerated now for 15 years, duration time is gotten maxed out date at 11/7/28. And with that being said, that's just what they say. And actually, there is no parole on my sentence, which they should have me at a parole. But hey, that's no problem. It's no fuss, and there's no way to lose no sleep about this right here, because that's in the Almighty Creative hands, right?
Right.
And with that being said, there's a good chance of me really getting out of here a lot earlier. It is some steps that I'm gonna have to take towards with a right lawyer, and to look into my case and find out these flaws that they do have in there, and try to get me a time deduction of a time reconsideration and stuff like that. So other than that, I have yes.
Okay.
That's about what you said now.
No. I think there's like a little delay between us. So that's why we're coming in on top of each other. what I want to do is I want to take a short break, and then I want to come right back, and we're going to get more into your book, okay?
Okay.
Just stay on the line for just a moment, okay?
All right. I'm right here.
This is the spot for new hot authors who are given the opportunity to shine. Each Saturday from 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will showcase a new author here at the Literary Lounge. We are taking out the time to give all of our literary friends an opportunity to showcase their work. The New Author Spotlight is a platform that allows us to ask up to 10 questions or more to give you, the audience, the most in-depth current information about each writer in their literary piece. We will have a new guest every week. Stay tuned. All right, and we are back, and we are live, and this is your girl, Destinee D, on WTLR Radio, and today's date is October 27th, 2018, and you are at the Literary Lounge. Today's special guest for episode 23 is none other than Frank Zeigler. He is the author of the new book, Twurk and Thang, The Inseparables, and we're doing a one-hour interview with him in reference to him and his new book. We're also going to gather some contact information shortly about himself. And I want to just a second to acknowledge the Transparency Library Inmate Outreach Program, where what we do is we find those who are incarcerated who have the ability to write, and we give them the opportunity to spend their time writing novels, writing poetry, and other things that can possibly be published into a work of art or work as far as books are concerned. And what we do is we try to give them 100% of their royalties directly back to them for their commissary. It wasn't until October of last year that we found out that the penal system actually charges inmates to be on the premises, almost like a hotel stay. You would honestly have to pay per day. Not only that, but you had the canteen and stuff where you can actually buy food. You also had this is the spot for new hot authors who are given the opportunity to shine. Each Saturday from 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will showcase a new author here at the Literary Lounge. We are taking out the time to give all of our literary friends an opportunity to showcase their work. The New Author Spotlight is a platform that allows us to ask up to 10 questions or more to give you, the audience, the most in-depth current information about each writer in their literary piece. We will have a new guest every week. Stay tuned. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I had a little bit of technical difficulties where I lost the actual signal to this interview, so I do apologize for that. As I was mentioning before, when dealing with incarceration, it does cost. And we try to make it our mission to assist in any way that we can. Another aspect of the inmate outreach program is to also give the writers an opportunity to have a position as an author, as one of their means of income once they are released. This thing can go further than just while they're incarcerated. It can actually be their source of income once they are released. So, they don't have to look for work per se. They can continue on and write further into their career. So that was just a little bit of feedback or background information about the inmate outreach program. So we're going to go into the next segment of the interview with Frank. Let's see if he's on the line. Hello, Frank. You still there?
Yes, ma'am. I'm still here.
Okay, great. Sorry about the technical difficulty that we had a minute ago. I was getting some background information, and somehow I lost contact. Not sure exactly what happened, but I lost signal, and so I had to call back in. Pardon me. So I'm going to go further into the book, Twurk, Thang. Can you tell us a little bit about that book? What prompted you to write it?
Well, basically, like I said, though, it basically goes off of me, my brother, to write. And my sole purpose of really writing this book is because it gives me an opportunity to really live through it of my visions that I have, that I'm really trying to bring forth into reality and being the positive leader of a person that I am striving to be as myself. I'm hoping to give people some, like I say, entertainment, as well as giving them some jewels. So Twurk and Thang will take you on a journey to whereas you have two twin brothers, and they're been incarcerated themselves. But for their standpoint of view, they've been incarcerated for a term of 5 years. It started out when they was 12, and they got out when they was 18. They're 12 going on 13. They got out when they was 18. And due to the fact of the charges, they got manslaughter and trafficking. Their father, basically, is the one that really got them off to the small amount of time that they did receive. And through the time of their incarceration, they have became, great individuals at that, due to the fact of Twurk influence. Because, like I say, Twurk is the mastermind throughout this whole book. And it basically, what I'm really showing people here to give you a little more in-depth that I never gave you before, I'm giving you the sides of the yin and the yang. You got an individual that has two sides of them. They have a good side, they have a bad side. But one side have to have more balance to bring forth a better balance for the overall of that one person. So that what Twurk and Thang is displaying in this book through two people. And their passion for music. They want to become successful music artists. And they had a drive for the streets due to the fact that they've been exposed to the streets at a very early age. So now it boils down to this. Will Twurk and Thang become successful music artists and the positive leaders, righteous people that they're portraying to be? Or will they fall back to the streets that which have sucked them in, try to take everything away from them, and put them into a system that really doesn't mean you no good, but portray an image as they're trying to rehabilitate you, but not rehabilitate you in the way that they're saying it. They're rehabilitating you to become a better criminal than you were before. So that's basically what Twurk and Thang is.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Is any of that information relevant to you and your brother? Was your intention like to actually be in the music industry? Was that something that was relative to the real world?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Of course. Me and my brother, we started out wanting to do music, and so we started out doing freestyle tapes, and I believe that I really inspired my brother to go hard as he go with the music due to the fact of how hard I was going. So basically, we started inspiring each other. So we basically started out wanting to be inspiring music artists. So yeah, it's relevant to our life.
Okay, now let me ask you this: what was the music genre? Was it hip-hop or was it rap or what was it?
The music genre, I would say, be real with you, I would say it's a mixture. Rap, R&B, country, everything, basically.
Now that sounds interesting. I've never really heard of rap with hip-hop and country. I mean, granted, you got like people who have like a hard southern drawl, like Sparks and Timberland, and different people who have like that country twang to their rap. So that would have been something definitely different. Yeah, that would have been something definitely different. So let me ask you something. As far as the characters in the book, who would you consider to be the representation of you? Would it be Twurk or would it be Thang? And give us the reason why.
Most definitely, it'll have to be Twurk. And actually, Twurk was my name on the streets, and Thang was my brother's name on the streets. And the reason why I would say Twurk is because I look at myself as, not to be cocky or boastful or nothing like that, bragging. I do look at myself as a mastermind. And the reason why I say that is because, a lot of people deal with the physical aspects of life, and they don't really, I would say, get in tune with the spiritual part, to whereas you channel your energy, and whereas you channel in other energies from others. So with that being said, the reason why Twurk is my character, and the reason why Twurk is portrayed the way that he is portrayed in that book, is because it's really giving the individuals who are reading the books and stuff like that, they're giving them more in-depth of myself. Because I not only do for self, I do for others as well. And by me being a good reader of people, as well as personating, imitating, all that good stuff like that, part of my talents, I do have my versatility. So I put it out in some characters into the book. And, it brings forth a good entertainment. But at the same time, it gives you a lot of good views about the characters of the people that we take on into our average daily life. So basically, Twurk is me.
Okay, now with that being said, do you consider yourself self-rehabilitated? Do you think that you could be released and be better and not fall victim to that street life again? Do you think that you've made a change to the point to where you see that that's not the way to go, and that you'll be able to be that backbone for your brother, to kind of like help him out and stuff like that?
Beautiful question. To answer that question, yes, I do see myself as being self-rehabilitated, first and foremost. So I had to find myself. A lot of people suffer from identity crisis. I was suffering from identity crisis because there were so many identities that was running through me. So therefore, yes, I am self-rehabilitated, and as well as the institution. I took in consideration their rehabilitation too, and that's what the institution is really about, that a lot of people don't know. And to get in depth of that, the institution is not all what it seems to be. So don't let it blind you, don't let it fool you. But at the same time, it takes for that person to find their self and understand what it is and knowing what they want out of life and where they're heading. The institution can be a very, very beautiful place. Now, with that being said, I do see myself as being an individual that can be released, that will, in due time, God's willing, will be released back out into society and being a very, very positive, productive person. An actual pillar to the community. Due to the fact of why I said that is because I have found some amazing talents within myself. A lot of people look up to people that's in Hollywood. I salute them. And I myself salute myself because I know in due time, God's willing, I am going to be one of those people that's going to be putting out my work out on the main screen, not just for the fame, the glory, the money, and all that good stuff like that. That comes in, that helps and stuff like that. But my main thing is I want to do is, when I do get back to society, say, for example, like the Literary Lounge. I would like to use this for example because it's so beautiful. You bring people in and you give them opportunities. You're not bringing them in to be a leech to them, but you're giving them opportunities, and you're taking the time out to open their eyes, to get them a better perspective view of life and where they can go and what they can do. It may take small steps. So therefore, like my invite to enlightening, that's a part of my movement. I want to give back to people. I want to help people understand what is what and who they are and where we're going at and how we can get there. We can reshape crime. Okay, you want to commit crimes. You want to do all this stuff right here because why? It has factuated your mind and you feel like you're being a product of your environment. No problem. I'll tell you what we can do. Let's make some movies. You want to be an actor? You want to be a quote unquote dope boy or whatever you want to be? Let's put it into some movies just like we put them in the books, and let's take you to the main screen and show you how to be somebody productive. To where is that what you can take somebody else, each one, teach one. So basically, I do see myself as being a backbone for my brother, as well as my brother being a backbone for me too, because he's a very, very intelligent individual due to the fact of his parallelism. That don't stop him. And the main thing about myself, I really just want to give back to others and show them the better ways to life. Because why? I have been blessed throughout this life that I'm living in right now, and I want to give my blessings back to others. So yes, I do see myself as being a good, positive person and being very good, productive out there.
Okay, that's really awesome. And like I said, this is for the upliftment. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's hardly any platform that allows the writer to be candid one-on-one about the book. This helps on so many levels because Transparency Library felt that it was necessary. We give, the opportunity to be like a one-stop access point for those who are in the literary world. Like there's hardly any publishing companies out here that allow you to get your first book review, get your first radio interview, be featured in a monthly magazine with your own article and possibly the cover. These are all tools that we use to uplift the author, to give them the opportunity to come before the masses that they normally would not have had the access to. You look at most magazines, and they charge a lot of money, and a lot of our people don't have the funding or the support. And this is what we do. We offer the support. We allow whoever who wants to come before us to donate whatever they would like to donate just to keep us relevant, just to keep us open. So we don't have like set pricing on your marketing. Like, we allow you to say, okay, it's worth this much to me, you know, and then what we do is we flip it and we make it accessible to everyone. Right now, the Literary Lounge is being heard in over 5 different countries. In the 50 states, we have Algeria, we have Israel, we have Ireland, and we just got some listeners in the Ukraine. So, you know, we're growing every day, and we're becoming more of a household name as time goes on. But like I said, none of this would even be possible if our guests did not come on the show. So y'all definitely give us the relevancy. It's like one hand washing the other. So it's like we want to be a help to you, but you're also a help to us. So like I said before, we like to thank you time to be on the show because, like I said, without y'all, this wouldn't even be possible. And with that being said, I want to take like a very, very short break, and then we're going to come right back with some contact info. So just hold on the line for me, okay?
All right, I'm right here.
Okay.
You are live at the Literary Lounge with your host, Destinee D, bringing you the newest and the brightest of the literary world right to your ear hole. Every Saturday from 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tune in, listen up, and learn something.
All right, and we are back, and we are live at the Literary Lounge, and this is your host, Destinee D, on WTLR Radio, and today's date is October 27th, 2018, and we are on episode 23 with a young man by the name of Frank Zeigler, and we wanted to give him an opportunity to drop all of his contact information so that if anybody is interested in contacting him, they'll be able to reach out. Okay, so Frank, can you give them all of your social media plugs, email, website if you have one, all that good stuff?
Oh, okay. Basically, too much of the social media, I don't really have too much of that right now, and that's all that's in the process. Right now, I do have this contact information that people can get at me with. Author Frank Zeigler, all lowercase letters. Author Frank Zeigler at gmail.com. That where you can reach me at right there. You can get in touch with me, and you can let me know some things you might want to discuss about my books or any up and coming books that I do have and stuff like that. And in due time, I will have author web page that will be set up, and a few more social media sites as well that will be set up in due time. And I will make sure everybody get a chance to find that information out.
Okay, no problem. So just to talk a little bit about, just to get everybody up to date, did release his book. When did it actually drop? When did the first copy drop? Do you remember?
The first copy had dropped back in, I want to say February the 18th of 2017.
Oh, wow. Okay. So the book it has been on sale for quite some time. However, there was some situations that were going on with the to where there needed to be some revision done and some resubmissions and stuff like that. So what we plan to do is to make those necessary corrections and republicate the book. So we're asking that those who are interested in receiving two copies of the book once it's ready for publication, to reach out to Brother Frank, email address, or you can reach out to Transparency Library at transparencylibrary@gmail.com, or our website is transparencylibrary.org. And we can give you some information in reference as to his new book being re-released, and also parts 2 and 3 that are going to be publicated as well. So if you're looking for part 2, part 3, there's going to be some more publications in the near future. And we'll be trying to get all of that situated before 2019, if possible. I think I'm still waiting for the manuscript to come back in order for me to begin the reworking and revisement of that book. So be on the lookout for that. We have a few minutes left on the air, so I want to give you the opportunity to any closing statements or anything that you might have for the audience.
Oh, yes. My closing statement I want to say is, pardon me, I gave the wrong information. The first copy had been released February the 12th of 2018. And,
okay.
And I do want to say this to everybody who taking a chance to read my books or follow my works and stuff like that. I like to say I thank you all. I highly, highly thank you all for everything that you are doing, the support, the feedback, whether it's good or whether it's bad. Hey, it motivates me even more. And do be on the lookout, as we were speaking on, part 2, part 3, and as well as some more of my work that's in other series too. And hey, hopefully one day we could be on the main screen.
All right. Well, like I said before, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us today. I hope and pray that you have a great day, that somebody has heard this message and feels it necessary that they follow in your footsteps as far as becoming a new author and not allowing, your situation to be in a negative light, to take a negative experience and turn it into a positive one. I'd like to encourage anyone who is currently incarcerated that has stuff that they've written that they've just set to the side and they don't have any idea of how to put it in a book format. Reach out to me, because we can actually do that for you. I have dealt with books that were over 500 pages long that people had taken the time out to write, and most publishing companies do not take written manuscripts at all. So I encourage anybody that's listening in that's in the same similar situation. Have poetry that you have, stories that you wrote, and you want the world of people to read them. You want them available for purchase. Please contact me. I'll be more than happy to get that information to you as to how we can get your book publicated. So without further ado, I'd like to now, if you want to give any shout-outs, now's the time.
Okay, like I said, I thank you, too, for having me, too. And, yes, I do want to give a shout-out to all the up-and-coming inspiring authors, songwriters, poets, etc. And I also want to give a shout out to my mom, my dad, and my family, and all the support all around the world that I am receiving. And I want to give a special shout out to Miss Destinee D for really giving me this opportunity and pushing with me and sticking by my side and believing in me and having the patience that you are having with me. And like I say, to all the up-and-coming inspiring individuals out there, please, please do reach out, because why? Transparency Library Literary Lounge is a place to be, it's a place to go to helping you get your work out there. And I do look forward in the near future to bringing you more and more and more work.
All right. So with that being said, we're gonna go to this show, so you take care, okay?
All right.
All right.
You are live at the Literary Lounge with your host, Destinee D, bringing you the newest and the brightest of the literary world right to your ear hole. Every Saturday from 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tune in, listen up, and learn something.
Okay, next week on November 3rd, 2018, we will try to have none other than Natalie Gamble as our special guest. Due to her being ill last week, we were unable to have her show, but she has rescheduled for November 3rd. So we look forward to having you here on that day to follow up with Natalie on her new interview. So you guys, see you next week.
This is the spot for new hot authors who are given the opportunity to shine. Each Saturday from 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will showcase a new author here at the Literary Lounge. We are taking out the time to give all of our literary friends an opportunity to showcase their work. The new Author Spotlight is a platform that allows us to ask up to 10 questions or more to give you, the audience, the most in-depth current information about each writer in their literary piece. We will have a new guest every week. Stay tuned.
Point out the colors of you, I see them too, and boy, I like them, I like them, I like them. We way too fly to partake in all this hate, we out here vibing, we vibing, we vibing.
Alexa, play Ariana Grande.
Okay.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Till the tears run down from my eyes, Lord, somebody, ooh, somebody, can anybody find me somebody to love?
Alexa, play hits from Queen.
Okay.
Somebody to love.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.